Hey guys, welcome to another video of Scent Saga. My name is Deep, and in this video we are gonna talk about a leather-based fragrance that I feel will be loved absolutely by everyone in the perfume community who are into the leather-based fragrances. And the perfume that I'm talking about is Ahmed Al Maghribi's Leather, which is an inspired take on the already existing popular OG Tom Ford's Tuscan Leather. By the end of this video, I'm pretty sure you're gonna have all the in-depth information about the perfume. If in case you are trying to make a purchase decision about this particular perfume, you'll have a clear picture whether you should go for this perfume or whether you should skip it. But before I get started with the video, a quick disclaimer: I love this perfume. I absolutely love it. And by the end of this video, I think I will ensure that in case you're looking for that particular Tuscan Leather clone out there, I will change your mind into buying this. That is what I personally feel. So stay tuned and watch the video why I'm so confident, okay? First things first, why is Tuscan Leather so famous? Reason, there's already an existing perfume called Ombre Leather, which means dark leather. Comes from the same house, Tom Ford. But with Tuscan Leather, they went one notch above. They added raspberry into the mix. They added saffron into the mix. They added thyme into the mix. At the base, they have got seaweed along with leather, and the entire overall note structure is more complex, more nuanced, more transition heavy than Ombre Leather. So that is the reason I feel that Tuscan Leather is kind of my favorite when it comes to leather-based fragrance. And if I have to give you a pictorial representation of how Tuscan Leather smells like, if you are just sitting inside a very posh car with leather seatings, and there is some fruity note of raspberry along with some spicy notes of saffron and a little bit of floral touch added into that entire mix. So it's dark leathery note coming from the seat of the car along with those nuanced note of raspberry, adding a little bit of sweetness, saffron, adding a little bit of spiciness, florals from jasmine, adding a little bit of florals into the mix. So entire note is so complex, as well as masculine and manly, as well as dark in my personal opinion. And I kind of like it. If in case I have to go for one leather-based fragrance DNA, that would be one of those DNAs that I would like to lean more towards. And that particular perfume, Tom Ford's Tuscan Leather, sells for 20,000 to 22,000 for a 50 ml bottle. Quite expensive. But this, on the other hand, is 1/10 of its price. In terms of the bottle presentation, this is very minimalistic. The cap seems wooden from outside. It has got a plastic interior, and the bottle cap is not heavy, not light. It's kind of balanced, and there is some engraving of Ahmed Al Maghribi at the top. The bottle seems very minimal, with very minimal branding, nuanced branding. Even the box is kind of very nuanced with a leathery finish. The disappointment or the letdown was kind of the atomizer. It's neither pressurized or controlled. It kind of like spits. And although I'm just nitpicking on the atomizer part, because after reviewing so many perfumes at a very cheaper rate with pressurized and controlled atomizer, I was kind of used to that, but that's a nitpick. I mean, if in case you don't have any problem with that, that's completely fine. In terms of the blend quality, this is an EDP, and the pricing of this perfume, as I already told, gets listed anywhere from 2,000 to 2,500 rupees. At Z Aromas, this perfume is currently listed at 2,099. So basically 2,100 rupees, which is 1/10 of the price of the OG, which is Tuscan Leather. And at this pricing, this is a killer perfume. Let me tell you why. I already told you how Tuscan Leather feels, right? Like that car, leathery seat, raspberry, saffron and everything. This feels exactly like the same. So is this a 100% clone of that perfume, Tuscan Leather? I would say it's not 100%, but it's not less than 90% in my opinion. From 85 to 90%, I would say this perfume is very similar. And the best part, or the reason why I feel that this perfume is special for me, is most of the clones out there usually focuses on either the top note or the mid note or the base note of the perfume that is trying to clone. What Ahmed Al Maghribi did over here was superb. Not only did they get the mid note and the base note right, they also got the top note right. So overall, this perfume kind of transitions in a very similar way that the Tuscan Leather does. That is outstanding in my opinion, because at 1/10 of the price, you're getting that similar vibe, which is very hard to recreate. And I have used a lot of other clones of Tuscan Leather as well. This tends to be one of my favorite out of the lot. And in case you are looking for a clone war, you can let me know, okay? But coming back to this perfume, does that mean that this is equal to Tuscan Leather? I would say no. Where this shines is the fact that what it offers for the pricing that it comes at. But there is a cost. The cost is the quality or the richness or the complexity which cannot be measured up until you smell the OG. When you're paying that 21,000 rupees for a 50 ml, you are getting the best of the best ingredients, and that is the reason it feels far more superior both in complexity, richness and depth because of the quality ingredients used. But at 1/10 of the price, you are getting almost 80% of that quality and depth, which according to me is outstanding. So I would say in terms of the overall feel factor, like the richness, complexity and everything, this nails around 80% of that by just spending 1/10 of the price, according to me. So that is overall how it smells, very similar to Tuscan Leather. And in terms of the projection and longevity, this performs equally to the Tuscan Leather, which is around 1.5 to 2 hours of decent projection and around 10 to 12 hours of longevity when applied on the clothes. Even I have got a whiff of this perfume the next day from my clothes if you keep it unwashed. That is how potent this perfume is. But in terms of the projection, I would say Tuscan Leather from Tom Ford feels more comfortable to the nose, feels more smoother, more richer, more creamier. This on the other hand initially will feel a bit more stronger, sharp in my opinion. But that's kind of evident when you are, using some lower priced ingredients. That's completely fine. But let the perfume settle for the first 15 minutes or so. I'm not saying it's an alcoholic mess. I'm saying that in terms of the quality. After that 15 minutes are over, maybe say 20 minutes are over, then it's very hard to determine which one is which in terms of the smell structure and the quality. It's that good and that potent and that strong. And this also has that nice sillage or scent trail that the OG Tuscan Leather has. So this also creates a nice little scent bubble around you, and it's majestic in my honest opinion. So all in all, that's the scent profile of Ahmed Al Maghribi's leather, which is almost equivalent to Tuscan Leather. But the but is, who should use this perfume? Who should skip this perfume? So if in case you're in school or college below 25, I would say you can skip on this perfume because most of you will hate it because it's not that sweet kind of perfume that usually youth tends to prefer. This is more well suited for a matured guy. So if in case you are somebody who rides bike, wears a leather jacket, kind of has that bad boy kind of attitude, or you are into corporates and you kind of prefer leather-based fragrances, something which is upscale, something which is posh, this, my friend, is a perfume that I think you will absolutely love. So what is the best climatic condition to use this perfume? I would say this is not a summer perfume. It's preferably used better when it is monsoon, autumn or winters. Spring and summer, I will skip it. But for the monsoons, winters and autumn, this is a really good choice. So right now we are transitioning into monsoon and very soon we will have winter. So this is like the best time to purchase this perfume if you want to gatekeep something for the winters. And trust me, this is a really good winter-based perfume in my opinion when it comes to the leather DNA. Now, what are the use cases of this perfume? I would say avoid gym because leather-based fragrances don't really perform well in the gym because it gets mixed with the sweat and kind of creates a very weird kind of a smell. I would say avoid it during dates if in case your partner is not into leather-based fragrances, because my partner, like my wife, doesn't really prefer leather-based fragrances. So if in case your partner does not like leather-based fragrances, in that case, this can become off-putting. But if in case your partner kind of likes the dark, broody perfumes like leather-based fragrances, this can be something which will get you compliments, trust me. And if in case you're going to the office or say meeting out with friends, this is a really good option. A good daily driver for somebody who loves leather-based fragrances in my opinion. So all in all, what is my overall view of this perfume? This, according to me, is a really good value for money perfume which mimics the note of Tuscan Leather to the T, almost 85 to 90%, but at the fraction of the cost, which is almost 1/10, performs and projects almost equivalent to the OG. And in case you are looking for a good leather-based fragrance that smells like Tuscan Leather, I think you should stop your search and just get this, and I think you will be done. I don't think you need anything else. But still, if you want a clone war, so where I can, blind test all the clones of Tuscan Leather out there, do let me know and I will create a video along with Chandrima, because in the blind test, some of the times whatever even I feel kind of gets defeated when it comes to the blind tests. So in case you want that, just let me know. If in case you have any queries about this particular perfume or any other perfume for that matter, hit me up in the comments or connect with me via Instagram, which is Scent Saga Online, and I will try my best to answer your queries as soon as possible. So with that, this is Deep signing off. I'll see you on the next one very soon. Bye bye.